Hello there and welcome to my Blue Eyes combo video. I had somebody asking in a previous video how the like combo lines work, and you know what? I thought that was a pretty good premise for a video, and let's just do it. We're gonna start off with some simple 2-card combos. So they're pretty linear, but yeah, I'll show you how it goes. So first off, we've got Smollfin and a World Legacy Guard Dragon. For people who play like Guard Dragons, who play Dragon Link, you'll understand this is like a pretty, standard combo line. But there's a few differences, and the end board will be a little bit different, so we'll show you how it works. First of all, obviously, normal summon Safer and then use this effect. Players add a Wyvern Buster, a Collapse Serpent even to hand. And then effective Collapse Serpent to banish the Safer. Spec itself. And now instantly, here's how it's different. We're not playing Striker Dragon because we're too poor. Also because we don't have one, and it's something I should definitely add. But we go into a Pisty, and you're like, Pisty's dead. Nah, we can get it. So Collapse Serpent's effect, let's get a Wyvern Buster. And the effect of Wyvern Buster to banish the Collapse Serpent to spec itself. Now from here, we go into a pretty bog standard play of making a Romulus. And then we use Romulus's effect to add to hand Divine Lance, and we use that card's effect to put a Dragon Unit in the Spell Trap zone. Use the effect of Phalanx to special summon itself, and then we go to a Halki Fibrox, and we search for a Whitestone of Legend. It's a pretty simple +1, so there's really too much to go on about here. The usual option would be to go into a Tracer, but I'll show you how it differs a little bit. It should hopefully make sense. So your Link 1, LP, Lance is way gone. And finally we use the effect of World Legacy Guard Dragon. Oh my god, I forgot to resolve the stone. We'll get our Blue Eyes first. There we go. Bit of cheating maybe. And there we go, Whitestone. And now effect of LP to allow us to special summon a Darkness Metal from deck. Right. Oh wait, yeah, Dragon's move it, my bad. Yep, Darkness Metal effect. We get to spec a card. We'll go for Pisty. Then go for Link 4. Wait, Sayuja Skull Red. And then the effect of Sayuja Skull Red to allow us to draw 4 cards. Here we are. And then we're going to shuffle 3 back. So Blue Eyes for starters because of the Whitestone. Sage isn't going to be too useful here. A Rochi could be pretty standard. We could like banish 8, and because the alternative, that'll allow us to end on a Titanic Galaxy. Silver Rocket's not doing anything here, so we'll put these 3 back. And then the Blue Eyes gets returned to hand, so we might as well just keep that there. So, first of all, we'll activate the effect of alternative, revealing the Blue Eyes to special summon it. We also, did we resolve the effect of Pisty? We haven't yet, have we? I'm sure we can do something with that. So, effect of Sayuja Skull Red to spec Blue Eyes. And then, oh wait, we can end the Spirit here as well. Okay, so effect of Pisty, we summon the Whitestone. This is a bit of a risky play, because it'll mean we'll have to resolve the Gizmek. and actually like banish 8, which could mean we banish the Armophage, but no balls. Spirit. Seal. Orochi effect. Okay, banished 8. Let's look at the damage. There's some nice extenders, but there's no Armophage, so it's not the end of the world. And there we go. I'm pretty sure I forgot to resolve Whitestone's effect with Spirit once again, but hey, I mean, that's our end board. It's not too bad. Then on our opponent's turn, we get to resolve the effect of Seal, getting us an Armophage. That's pretty close. And here we go, this board's pretty insane. So, Pearl Powerbringer negates a spell, also it can redirect attacks, so Armophage is pretty much protected from that. Spirit's just vibing over here. It's a graveyard negate, it's a floodgate for pendulums, so like, see how relevant that is. But yeah, it's not exactly the worst. Our hand should also have a Blue Eyes White Dragon as our only card, but to say that's like, oh, we end off 2 cards is not the worst. There's a few lines of play on how to do this. If you have a Melody of the Awakening Dragon, and like any normal summonable extender, you can also end on this board. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this combo video. Actually, wait, no, we'll do another combo. So in that last part, as you might have seen, that was definitely a go in first board. But I'll show you more of a go in second one. So the issue with go in second boards is it's completely non-linear, as you have to navigate around what your opponent's got on the field. So it's usually going to be like 2 or 3 negates or 2 or 3 floodgates. This deck definitely can't play around floodgates, but it can play around interaction and destruction reasonably well, just because of the number of extenders. So I'm gonna go into a few extensions you can do in order to go into a Numeron Dragon, and hopefully just punch the game. So we'll see what our opening hand is. 5. You know what? This hand is actually insane. So we'll start with a Foolish Burial, sending a classic. The Whitestone of Legend, an effect of Whitestone, allows us to get a Blue Eyes. Now this hand is pure RNG, I'm not gonna lie. What we end on here is pretty much decided on what we go with this trade in, because it could just be like Spirit Dragon Pass. Another trade in. Okay, you didn't see this hand, let's go again. So that first board was definitely a go in first board. And the issue is with this deck is your go in second board is pretty RNG based. So it depends on what your opponent's got for their board. If it's just a couple of negates or a few pieces of interruption, you should be okay. It completely depends on what you draw, obviously. But yeah, I've got a hand here that I drew earlier, and it's kind of jank, but we'll see how it goes. So we'll start with a Foolish Burial. Sending a White Stone. Oh, there's one there. And then use White Stone's effect to get their Blue Eyes. Then we'll use this trade in to send this Blue Eyes. This gets 2 cards. Another trade in. And a Melody. What the fuck? Okay. I guess we'll activate trading again. Hello. Hello. Okay. Yeah, let me just use my brain for a second. Melody Centracer. It's Kerslav and an alternative. I'm pretty sure we can get a White Stone very easily here. So obviously we're not like playing if our opponent has any negates, because I'd have to be playing online flat. I'm not doing it because I'm not using actual cards. That guy's effects in a second. Who's good? The White Stone. Oh. Yo, our shuffling's pretty spot on. Right, so from here we have full combo very easily. I just realised I used the Guard Dragon to special summon the White Stone, which is the massive misplay. But we can still get a relatively good hand, so reveal the White Stone, summon alternative. If they have a board, obviously alternative effect to pop something, or to attempt to anyway. I'll roll it down. Romulus. It's pretty much like the same line of play as before. Much difference here. Effective Hulk. Here's one thing we might do. So since we've already got all the advantage we need off White Stone, it could be an idea to go into Tracer. And then what we can do from here is use Starliege on itself as a normal summon. Not against the Wyvern Buster quite yet, because the Cap Serpent, there we go. And then Cap Serpent, banishing, not a safe fit from here, probably a White Stone, or a Blowhis. Yeah. An effective World Legacy to move it here. And Collapse Serpent to add the Wyvern Buster. And we get the effective LP, allowing us to get a Red Eyes Darkness Metal. And then Darkness Metal's effect. I guess stumped on what to go for here, since none of this really nets us any advantage. So I guess it just doesn't matter, since we've already gone through all of our Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes. Damn, I haven't seen this play before. Fuck. Skuldred. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is useless since we've already gone through like all of our Chaos Dragons. Or our one Chaos Dragon. Also useless. You know, we'll go for the Blue Eyes. Right, so from here we can very easily go straight for an OTK, or attempt to anyway. So, we'll Return of the Dragon Lords. For an alternative. And then we use our second Return of the Dragon Lords. Go for Blue Eyes. Do this. Make a Dragalubian. Now, there is more extension to be done here. For example, we haven't used Skull yet. Dread's effect to Special Summon from hand. We haven't resolved Avarice. We haven't resolved Levianeer. There's so much more we can do. We haven't resolved Shrine to like add another Rockety boy. So Shrine effect. Get rid of Absoluta and then Absoluta's effect. Getting us 8 Silver Rocket. Ooh. And then from here we can use Skuldred's effect to spec the Silver Rocket. It doesn't particularly matter since we do have the Wyvern Buster in hand, but it does mean we can go into a Spheres in case we don't end on an OTK. So, Levianeer, typically, because you're trying to break a board, you'd be banishing both Darks and Lights. But the thing is, there's like a lot of extension that can be done from this point. So we haven't made a Pisty, well, we have made a Pisty, but we haven't used its effect. So if we have enough Lights, which I don't think we do, we don't. So we can't do that play, unfortunately. So yeah, it will be just popping a card or two. So, yep, Lev's effect to pop 2. Use these 2 to make a Boral Load, Overload Boral Load, funny. Dingirsu to send a card. It's very unlikely that our opponent has a board by this point. And Wyvern Buster's effect. Doesn't really matter what we banish. Make Spheres. Now we can resolve Pot of Avarice with all this juice. Why not? The 5th card. Not very much to go for here, is there? Darkness maybe we collapse up actually. Draw 2, 1, 2. Not the worst, I guess. And then Dragalubian's effect. To do this little number. And there you have it. Then we'd activate Numeron Dragon's effect, attach to material, And then we've got a 1700 Newman Dragon, I believe. Yeah, 1700. So yeah, with a pretty standard 5-card hand. I say standard, it was kind of nuts. We ended on, it was 1 destruction from the alternative, 2 destructions from the Lev, a send off the Dingirsu, and that was about it. So, all in all, if you can get rid of 4 pieces of like board protection from your opponent's board, you have a pretty solid OTK slash FTK going on here. Well, no, it's just an OTK, but still. Well, thank you very much for watching my combo video. I don't know if I'll do any more of these in the future, but thank you very much for watching my content. My Blue Eyes deck profile reached 1,000 views, which is absolutely insane, since I only have like 20 subs, which has blown my mind, so thank you for all of the support. But yeah, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, since like 1% of the people who watch my videos are subscribed, which I find as funny as. But yeah, see you all in the next one.